Hi everyone, so I wanted to do this quick how-to video on making your own bows and a ribbon when you're wrapping a present. So as you can tell, the bow and the ribbon are from the same wrapping paper material, which I think gives it a really nice, very chic, very sophisticated wrapping detail on this, and I think it's really pretty. I took something like this to work and everybody kept asking me how did I make the bows. I wanted to recreate it and show you guys a quick how to do that. It's actually really simple. Like I said, all you need is once you find your favorite wrapping paper, or even do it with a ribbon that you really like, or if you have leftover ribbon that you wanted to use instead of going out to buying the bow, you can definitely recreate that with a ribbon as well. But I think it's so pretty, so cute, and you can even make it, I kept it as a circle, but you can definitely recreate it into like a heart shape or a diamond shape, just to kind of really dress it up and make it your own as well. So if you want to see how to make this, keep watching the video. So what I ended up with, I cut one kind of a smaller strip of wrapping paper here. This is about maybe like 3/4 of an inch, I guess. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to cut these into smaller pieces and you won't really see the difference in if it's not perfect or not. And then I also cut a slightly wider one. This is about maybe 1.5 inches. And then this one is about 1 inch. Okay. From the long piece of strip, you're going to cut out a shorter piece. This one's maybe about 3 inches long. And then you're going to take one side and overlap that on the other side. And you want to do this by having the printed side of the wrapping paper on the outside. And then it creates kind of like this cone shape. And then all you need is a little piece of tape. And then you just want to tape the little ends together. Like that. And you go ahead and make maybe about 3 or 4 of these. And then set them aside and I'll show you guys how to put them together. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take those pieces and then tape them together to create the center of the bow. So you want to start off with the kind of the smaller of your little triangle cones. And then all you have to do is just going to tape them together. So I always like to take the second one and put it below the first one. So you're going to want to layer it kind of like that. And then all you have to do is just tape the 2 pieces together. So just like that. And then you can probably do another small piece of tape on the inside so that way the bow isn't kind of popping up a lot. And just put tape right here on the inside. So there it goes. See, now it's secure and laying flat. And then you're going to go ahead and take the 3rd cone and put that underneath the other 2 pieces. So just like that. And it just gives it a nice solid base. So that's the beginning part of your bow. And I've already gone ahead and made some more of the cone shape from the same size strip that I was using for the center pieces. And like I said, all you need to do is take your cone that you're adding to the piece and just tape it underneath there. Just like that. So just gonna do that and I'm just gonna tape the back side. So just like that, and just work your way around between the other 2 triangle pieces. So this is your center right now. So that's the first place I'm gonna put them, is in between the center 3 and then in the second 3 that we did together. And then you're just gonna work your way around the center so you can do a full circle. But I want it to be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go ahead and create another full circle on this. So that way you guys can see what it looks like when it's really, really big. So I will probably make maybe about 6 or 7 more of these cones to go on the outside. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and create another circle around this bow here. And this one I formed out of the 1-inch strip pieces. So you always want to start with smaller strips formed into small triangles as your center, and as you work your way out you want to get bigger strips, that way your triangles are bigger so it looks like a nice bloom flower. Okay, so that's my first piece of the final circle, and so you just want to work your way around and try to, the best tip is to try to put it in between like the previous triangles so it looks like it's full. See this little piece where you can always feel free to trim that off so that way it just looks a little nicer. See? So right now I have a total of 5 pieces that I've added to the ends right here. So I'm just going to add one last one. Okay, here. And you may notice that as you're adding layers to this, that the last piece is kind of starting to curve. But once you tape this to your box, you can easily squeeze this down, just like this. And then it'll be flat. And then you can definitely see more of the shape of the bow on it. So don't worry if yours is starting to curve like that. Okay, so there it is with my final piece in. So that's what the bow looks like. So that's what it looks like. So what I have here is just a little piece of paper wrap so you can see what it looks like when you layer them together. I think it looks really, really cool. So what I like to do is you want to cut another long piece of strip from your wrapping paper. So that way you're gonna mimic a ribbon on this. And what I like to do, besides just cutting it and putting it on like that, the finishes isn't that nice. So what I like to do is fold both sides over so that way it looks really, really clean. So you still want your print to be on the outside. So you're gonna turn it around and you're gonna fold the long way, a small piece like this. And you want to make sure you crease it really nicely so that way it gives you a cleaner edge. See how prettier this edge looks compared to the top one? And then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. And it doesn't necessarily have to overlap. It depends on how thick you want your ribbon to be. So like I said, just go ahead and fold over the other side. And like I said, this one is going to be really hard to tell if it's not perfectly even all the way along the ribbon, but as long as it has a clean line, it looks really nice. So there you go. So something like that. And you're just going to do this step to the longer piece so that way it wraps all the way around your box or whatever gift that you're wrapping. Okay, so here I folded my ribbon. So that's what it looks like on the back side, and this is what it looks like from the front side. So isn't that kind of a nicer clean edge to that? And like I said, it's not exactly perfect, but as long as the two ends are the same, when you wrap it around your box, you won't notice it. Okay, so this is going to be the front side of my gift. So I always like to do my bow kind of offset and not in the center, but you can definitely choose whatever you like more. I kind of like to do mine always and kind of in the upper left hand corner. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the same piece of wrapping paper as a faux ribbon. And then go ahead and you want to do the same step for your horizontal one, so that way you have it on both sides. So once you have your second strip done, you're going to do the same thing to this and tape it where you want your bow to be and just wrap it around your gift. So this is what it looks like right now without the ribbon on it, and I think it looks really, really cool. Very monochromatic, just same pattern over and over, but you can definitely see the shadows of it, and it just looks really, really nice, I think. So an extra little thing that I like to do, and I don't know why I do it, but I like to leave a little tail on the bow so that way it looks like it's handmade. So what you can do is cut a little extra piece of that faux ribbon that you did, and you're just gonna kind of leave it on the side like that. Or you can even do it on this side. Let's do that on the inside like this, and you're just gonna tape that down. So now you're gonna take your bow that you did, and all you really need honestly is just one piece of tape rolled up to hold it down, or even two if your bow is on the large side. So all you do is roll up your tape so it's kind of like double-sided, and you're gonna place it right in the center, and you're gonna push this down onto here, and you can kind of rotate it to see where you think it looks the best. And you always kind of want the tail as well in between two triangles. Now you're all done. So this is what the final result looks like, and I think it's just really, really pretty, all handmade from the same ribbon or from the same wrapping paper, so you're saving money, so you don't have to go buy all that extra stuff, and it's just really, really, really pretty. And I love the tone on tone. I think it's just like the best part of it. I just think it's really, really nice. So if you find a favorite wrapping paper that you like, this is the best thing to do with it.